Hello and good morning. And today I'm going to explain why I love to camp in places, in different community places. This is how I look like when I just woke up. This is me, unfiltered, just woke up. And before even yoga, I'm on my yoga mat. I'm going to do the yoga mat next to this incredible tree. It's a 400-year-old tree, and they invite us to hug him. So we're going to hug a tree soon. But I want to first explain why I personally prefer right now in Europe to camp and visit communities where you can camp instead of staying at Airbnbs or hotels. So personally, I've already done, like hotels and Airbnbs travels, but personally right now what I'm searching for is a sense of community and people. And also, like, I really missed camping and feeling grounded. So now I go to sleep and I'm barefoot and I wake up to crickets and natural lighting, and I wake up and I'm outside in the real world. And on the ground, sleeping on the ground, and it helps me with my mental health and feeling more grounded and coming back to simplicity and really simple things in life that are the most beautiful in my perspective. Yeah, and then also there's also community. Like, it's now I have friends here, and we can go out and do adventures together instead of just alone. When you go to Airbnbs, it's in a city and you're alone. So this is my preferred way. So let's give a hug to this 400, and this is the moment you find out, oh, Aurora is really hippie. Let's give a hug to this 400-year-old tree. And let's do some yoga. So before we go explore Portugal's beaches, I want to do some yoga and stretch my body. So I will do some yoga over here. Fun fact, I actually did a yoga teacher's training course in India. But I feel like I should do another 300 hours before I fully teach yoga. Okay.
Don't forget to open your body. We were sleeping for however long you were sleeping, and it is important to open the body, feel your best, connect to a grounding sensation, and just, whenever I don't do
Yoga, I always feel much worse. So just, opening the body, opening the hips, connecting to the breath. Before we connect to other people, it's good to connect to ourselves. And what a better spot to do it next to this 400-year-old tree that will give us a grounding sense. And I just like to feel and just to flow. And I've been thinking about YouTube and challenging myself, and I've been thinking about, like, before I even wanted to be something on Instagram, I always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, I always had this dream, and it's time to go after it. I feel like I have been hiding a bit behind my appearance or behind things that are non-verbal, because I was afraid of hate on who I who I really am, and really putting myself out there. But we can't live our life in fear. Well, we can, but that's not the point of life for me. I'm just going to go for it. And like, I'm not doing proper yoga, I'm just doing what feels good. So I'm challenging myself to. I got this Dij Action Pro Osmo Action Pro 5 something camera, and it's amazing. So no more excuses, just go for it. Now let's do some cat cows. That feels so good. And what are things that make you afraid, that you really want to do but you're afraid to do them? Like, wherever we're afraid to do something, I find that that's our true wish, what we actually want in life. Like, it's what we fear the most, in a way. So what are you afraid of? And think about what's stopping you. Recently I have been reading this book called Big Magic, that there's this full chapter just talking about our fears, and like how we give so many excuses to stop ourselves from doing what we want to actually do. And for me, like, I started reading this book because someone recommended it for creativity and creation and passion, and like how to live a creative life, or a life that's full of art, but not as an artist or someone that identifies as an artist, but more for like the sense of living a full creative life, because I think that we were meant to create. That's what we're meant to do in this world. Create magical spaces, create connections, create different kinds of things and art, and that's when we connect to the energy of life, because the same chakra for creativity and creation is like the sexual chakra, and that's the energy of life. So yeah, after I finished university, I studied fine arts, and I really feel like after studying art for 4 years, it really took away my passion for art, and I couldn't create art in for like a year. or like I needed a break, and to really let that version of me die, because I realized I didn't want to be like an artist for like museums and selling paintings and stuff like this, and like to be like the ego artist, where you have to really have a huge ego in order to succeed. That's what I was taught in university, at least. um, but I have always loved art, and I've always loved creating. So I decided to read this book in order to reconnect with the energy of creating, not for the art world or anything like this, but just in the way of like living as an artist, living presently and connected and in a creative way. And that's what really excites me. And I want to come back to being excited about life. Yeah. Going back to things that refuel my passions and excitements. And it's always been like people terrify me and excite me. And creative spaces. Yes. And right now I'm here in this community. It's called Kristaland, to learn a little bit about community spaces and also camp and meet other people instead of just traveling and being in an Airbnb. I have the money, but I prefer to do it this way, to camp and to cook for myself and to travel in a down-to-earth way, and to not lose my sense of self just because I have money suddenly. That feels amazing. Well, I hope you like these yoga thoughts in the morning. And yeah, just rambling about. This is not very yogi of me to be talking during yoga, but who cares? We're all free to be. Now that feels so good. Well, I think that's enough for now. Thank you.